Oh shit, farting on my roommate's door, ha.
Alright people, how many terabytes of CPU does the Fandroid robot have? 15 terabytes, now 20, give me 25 terabytes of CPU down on the hard drive, 25, now 30, 35, give me 35 in the black market, 40 on the cloud, 45, that here, 50? Fandroid. Not this droid, not that droid. Well, okay, maybe this one. Fandroid is a musical project by Griffinilla, real name Griffin Lewis. And if you couldn't guess from his common Jewish last name, he's a pedophile. He is what is known as a nerdcore artist. But I believe the medical term is Down syndrome. You probably know him more for his non-Fandroid work, i.e. the only good song he's ever made, Stay Calm. There's an Epstein in the hall, stay calm, stay calm. The song is pretty generic, all things considered. Maybe I just listened to too much actual music made by people who are actually talented, and only sometimes for children, but and it's not bad, it's not particularly good either. It's truly a thinking man's song. It asks thought-provoking questions such as, are you ready for some Fazbear pizza? I mean, I really don't know what to say. Am I? I'm not sure. Overall, the song is pretty okay. I'd rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, but I think Griffin loses interest in anything past single digits. It's also not even sung by him. It's sung by Jeff Burgess. This man is a talentless retard who has never made anything of significance in his lifetime. He's like Fleetwood Mac if instead of drugs and adultery he flirted with children. He is the DJ Khaled of nerdcore. I'd honestly just blow my shit smooth off if I were him. I'd look through the news and I'd see the fucking McDonald's song. He's also been involved in a lot of other nerdy poop no caca cares about. He's been involved in like some My Little Pony shit or something. Geez, you're telling me the MLP fan is attracted to children? That's a lot to take in. I'd never suspect that.
Discord is so delighted by this news that he hugs Raincloud with both arms.
Yippee! Specifically, he was involved in some gay, old-school internet drama with some heckin' niche lolcow named Jenny Nicholson. I don't know anything about her, and I don't care to know anything about her, but Griffin's mention on her Kiwi Farms thread is so fucking funny. This man is fucking insane. The amount of estrogen inside this man is comparable to about 4 gallons of Keffel bathtub HRT. This man needs therapy, not fucking Living Tombstone remixes.
Jenny Nicholson and I routinely hung around lower functioning people and made fun of them for their shortcomings. We did this for a year.
Fandroid, I'm watching your stream. Why you try not to laugh, bro? But nobody cares about that. It's 2026, Grandpa. MLP doesn't appeal to anyone but pedophiles and bald people. We want Geometry Dash song. Fandroid was made in 2016. That was the same year the Orlando nightclub shooting happened. Both devastating to the Fnaf community. To describe Fandroid in the least autistic, gay, and autistic way I can, Fandroid was sort of a proto-VTuber slash Vocaloid type thing. Think Daft Punk, but it was one guy and he had a Let's Play and an extra chromosome. Only one got a Tobuscus parody. Checkmate Fandroid fans. This guy is Fandroid, the musical robot. He looks like Karen from SpongeBob. I want to fuck the Fandroid robot. Imagine giving Fandroid back shots and he screams like... I was never really a fan of Fandroid. I don't know if that makes me more or less autistic, but even when I was a kid, I knew the shit was brimstone from the pits of hell. And I was a giant fan of Fnaf. Granted, I didn't play any of the games, but neither did anyone else. I like the toys. I like to consume product. I'm a man of infinite pockets and little questions. I am Yahoo's top boy. But looking back, I can definitely see the appeal. VTubers and that Vocaloid shit are popular for a reason, even if it just sounds like that one fucking Tally Hall taken for a ride.
Well, Cuphead.
This is how Tally Hall sounds when you aren't 16 anymore. What can you say? He's a marketable little guy. Put him on a t-shirt, I'll buy it. Walking into the survivor support group meeting with the pedophile t-shirt on. You gotta give him credit because this shit worked. Like, there's a genuine fandom for this shit. Teach me your ways, Epstein Diddy blood. I want fucking fan animations and shit. Leave some for the rest of us. Whose kid do I have to rap to get a Living Tombstones remix around here? On December 19th of 2016, Fandroid would release his first hit single, Freddy Fazbear Song. Real creative title there. Can you not come up with anything better? This song was the single worst Christmas gift for Fnaf fans in 2016. Granted, they were Fnaf fans, so they probably deserved it, but that's still a low blow. The song fucking sucks. The whole gimmick of Fandroid is that it's a robot that generates songs, and yeah, I can fucking tell. If it weren't for the fact this was made 9 years ago, I'd assume ChatGPT wrote it. Homer Let the Bart Sat is genuinely a better song than this. It's such a repetitive mess of a song. Half the lyrics rhyme with a bear. Real fucking creative, Griffin. Couldn't care to change it up a bit? Too busy fucking kids? This shit is so easy. Even I could do it. Don't believe me? Watch. Children past a void, there's a titty blood inside that android. The pre-chorus phasing also just sounds really fucked up. Like looking at the lyrics, you'd assume that this build-up's natural conclusion would be a 5, 7, 6, 5 syllable structure, but no, for some reason it ends in a 6.
Oh no, where did he go?
Like, I can imagine if the song was structured differently or had a different instrumental, it could work, but
nah, they just fucked up.
what a great start to a musical career. Should've just stayed with the ponies. The ponies was what we were good at. Stupid, stupid. I love how all the actually talented nerdcore musicians in his comment section are all like treating him like he's some sort of low-functioning Down syndrome retard. Kind of like the ones he used to make fun of. I really love the idea of Fandroid. Super cool stuff, and the melody is catchy. This is the melody.
Freddy Fazbear.
Wow, move over, Freddie Mercury. We got a real earworm on our hands. Do you guys know that the living tombstone is Israeli? It's not relevant to anything, I just wanted to bring it up. Okay, I'm being a little facetious here. I think in a vacuum, parts of the song work. Like, listening to the melody itself through some fan-made midis, it's actually not horrible. But then you listen to the full song and
Mascot grinning with despair.
the reason why I'm focusing on this particular song so much is because most of my criticisms with this clanker slop can be attributed to Fandroid as a whole. A good chunk of Fandroid stuff in a vacuum is alright, and in some cases pretty competent. But when it's all put together, you get fucking McDonald's song. If you haven't noticed yet, I haven't really said anything about the music video because there's nothing to say about it. It's not good, it's not bad. Later on, Fandroid would get actually competent people to make music videos for him, but usually only after he releases the shitty face rig Zoob looking ass one. So I'm not really gonna focus on them because there isn't much to say other than they look like Smike made them. Remember Smike?
Oh, Freddy, you perv.
You know, back in the day, we used to call him something else. I think we would remove like the SM and like replace with a K. I don't know. Moving on, we have the Napstablook song, and it's equally as bad. There's nothing much to say about this one. It's like a half step up from the last. It's about Undertale. I don't care about Undertale. Now, the Overwatch sexual misconduct guy song, that I can get behind. This is the McCree song. What the fuck is McCree? You're telling me they named the cowboy guy from Overwatch after a McDonald's sandwich? To all the actual humans in the audience, and no, TF2 fans don't count, McCree is the cowboy guy from Overwatch. Except no, he's actually now Cole Cassidy because the real life McCree was named after sexually harassed a bunch of women. The whole Activision Blizzard lawsuit is such a fucking mess. Paying women less, making a woman kill herself, fucking framed portraits of Bill Cosby. Now, making women kill themselves and paying them less, now that I can get behind, but idolizing a black man, that's just too far. You know, when I was a kid, I used to think you were cool. Fandroid making a song about this guy is just a match made in heaven. Multi-fandom enjoyers are eating! This is the first of the Fandroid discography to actually sound like a song that's meant to be listened to by a human being. Like, look, it's got a bridge and everything. TSOP! Is what I would be saying. The song was good. Don't get me wrong, it's a huge step up from fucking "At night he withdraws from his lair." It's like comparing HIV to AIDS. One's clearly better, but regardless, you're still gay. This is definitely a song that would have worked better without the stupid robot voice. I get that that's the gimmick and whatnot, but it doesn't change the fact that it sounds bad. If my video gimmick was burping all the time, you guys probably wouldn't like it either. The next song is Get Lit Like Litten. It's about Pokemon Sun and Moon. This is the most 2016 song ever made. I was half expecting Humongous to spin some bars halfway through. Apparently this one was pretty popular. I don't know why. I don't care about Pokemon because I'm not a woman or a gay. This song has such memorable lines like, "Litten is so fierce, you might get bitten." Or, "Litten is so lit, its name is Litten." Clearly an old-timer like me just oughta up and leave, you know? I really just can't compete with that. This song sort of suffers from a case of having one pretty okay verse, and then the rest are fucking downhill belly up Nicholas Fiorio falling down the stairs. This is a problem that's gonna plague a lot of Fandroid songs from now on, so strap in, strap off, strap on, and peg the Fandroid robot. Humana. The next 3 songs aren't really worth all going into detail about. The Tattletale one was pretty okay. The only thing I can really say is that the chorus sounds like a 5-year-old wrote it, which knowing Griffin, I don't know, there's a possibility. He's talked to kids before about worse. The Yandere Simulator song was actually pretty good. It kind of goes hard, like Griffinilla's penis when he walks by a playground. It's probably the first song so far that didn't have any major fuck-ups, so good job, Griffin. It only took you, what, like 5 tries? Why do all Fandroid's good songs have something to do with people who are creepy around women or children? The Slenderman song is absolute dog ass. It's fucking shit. Griffin ought to fire that 5-year-old he got as a ghostwriter. This is some CIA torture playlist type shit. This is the first song he raps in, and he is literally heckin' incomprehensible soy Wojak throughout most of it. Until he starts spitting at fucking hypersonic speeds. Just for that, 10 out of 10. I hope that isn't too old for you, Griffin. But now we get into the real meat and bones, the real juicy center of a Fandroid pop. It's the fucking Bandy song. We are so back! You've probably heard the first few lines of the song somewhere in a meme. It's iconic. This should replace the national anthem. Oh, Bandy was a little devil vid. The one you've probably heard is actually the cover version by Caleb Hiles. He did a lot of covers for Fandroid back in the day, and they all sound tenfold better than the originals. It's a shame that Griffin did what he did, because now literally everything even associated with Fandroid is caked in mysterious green sludge. Caleb Hiles is now forever cemented in nerdcore history as Fandroid's strongest soldier. And it should have been me! I'm the #1 Fandroid fan. Here's my application. Bendy was a little devil thing. See, I can do it too. Where's my Zitter account nobody interacts with? This song is arguably probably one of the best of the Fandroid Criterion collection, but it still suffers that same problem that a lot of other Fandroid songs have, where it starts off really strong and then he just starts making up some bullshit. The gears have stopped. The oil light is on. Ooh la la, somebody needs to oil up this Fandroid guy. Half the fucking song is him repeating the first verse. Fandroid, I thought I could trust you! I could go on and on about the rest of the Fandroid extended universe, but the rest of it is really just second verse same as the first bullshit. The Flowey song is fine. I still don't know what an Undertale is. He made another Bendy song, probably to capitalize on the success of the first. It's fine. It's not as good. I don't know anything about Bendy or fucking Sammy Lawrence, so it just sounds like he wrote a song about some guy. Mods, put this guy in the machine. He made a song about Splatoon. What the fuck is a Splatoon?
Why? Why the
This one is actually pretty good, and the instrumental is actually kind of fire. I like the way he says Splatoon before the song.
Splatoon.
It sounds fucking retarded. He just sings about playing video games with children and how he covers his tracks in his own goo. What the fuck, Griffin? Stop predicting the future! Hello neighbor, you're quite the chaser. The music video for this one actually has some production quality and oh my science, that's so retro, whoa! Another Bendy song, jeez Griffin, is the money really that tight around there? The Cuphead song is literally just him naming the characters. This is how Lemon Demon sounds when you aren't 16 anymore. Geometry Dash song sounds like shit, just like the game. Granny song sounds like shit, just like the game. Fandroid wants to touch you, Fandroid wants to you, na 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 na. Another Bendy song, yay! Baldi's Basic song sounds like shit, but it's the national No Baldi anthem, so I have to salute it. Fandroid talking to children be all like, you're my ecstasy. There's also a few more songs not listed in the playlist. He had a girl robot sing some songs. I don't care, same shit, different butt. I'm not gonna listen to some Foyd sing about Sister Location or fucking the Zootopia. Where's Fandroid? I want my pedophile back. All I see is Cheapy McCheapskate. Now, Shape of You McDonald's song parody, now that's some serious shit. That's what we've wanted all along. McDonald's. But this is actually a deep A24 analytical piece about the fact that Griffinilla's dating pool consists primarily of Happy Meal enjoyers. The rest of the music channel consists of a lot of covers and other music videos and shit. I've probably been underselling it a little in this video, but I have no doubt this shit was sounding like crack in a black neighborhood. This shit was so popular, he had like living Tombstone remixes of his shit. He was like the P. Diddy of nerdcore. This channel is like a time capsule of the late 2010s. He had an Area 51 song. What the fuck? And this is only one of his endeavors on YouTube. Oh yeah, motherfucker. Fandroid Gaming.
I'm not scared. Lily's all
This ain't yo mama's gaming channel. This ain't no annoying orange gaming. Well, the annoying orange guy tried out, so it's actually quite comparable. There really isn't much to say about Fandroid Game. It's really just, get this, a Let's Play channel ran by a pedophile. We already have Yummy Mash at home. It's very much a product of its time. That being the worst time in the history of everything.
Oh no, Elsa's freezing the tanks! Elsa! You can't do this! You can't do this!
A lot of the early stuff is just Roblox shit. While scrolling through the channel, I got hit with like multiple CIA sleeper cell activation phrases. Fucking Captain Underpants obby, McDonald's obby, Ben 10 Arrival of Aliens. You know, I'm beginning to turn around on this here Fandroid guy. I forgive him for raping all those children in Gaza. It also brought us this wonderful clip. So I guess this wireback slop isn't too bad. Keep going, Griffin. I'm not done. This channel would also later on have some songs uploaded to it, which is really weird because it's clearly the less popular of the two channels. So I don't know why he just shoot himself in the foot like that. His foot isn't the only thing he shoots. He shoots ropes of cum on children. Now that I've suffered through the catalog of this cretin, I think it's about time to discuss the state of Israel-sized elephant in the room. For all intents and purposes, Fandroid is a channel that's target demographic is children and autistic people.
Are we sure this is okay? Are we good?
As an autism connoisseur, I find it quite apparent that the way these songs are structured appeal to kids and autismos with their repetitiveness and consistency that provides predictability and sensory regulation, among other buzzwords. The same way that those Caillou Grounded Go Animate videos appeal to fat autistics.
Oh, Kalu, stop saying 6-7. That's it. You're grounded for 67 years.
I'm giving you this information now because I want to propose a question. What do autistic adult men on the internet do when they're not eating glue or arguing about Sonic the Hedgehog? Grooming children. Like your grandfather with dementia who slowly became bedridden and rotted away, Fandroid would stop releasing official Fandroid songs around 2018, ending on his fucking "Granny wants to get you, Granny wants to kill you," You know, an ending like that is just real shameful. That's worse than the whole grooming children part. He didn't die or anything. He kept on making content for his gaming channel and would post music videos and fan stuff on his actual channel, which is arguably worse than death. He technically made some songs, but they aren't really Fandroid songs, they're Griffinilla stuff. He made that fuck-ass Storm Area 51 song, a pretty alright Fnaf movie song, and a Kinito Pet song that was like, alright, until he tried to rap and like, buddy, you can barely sing, you're embarrassing yourself over here. This is worse than the whole grooming kids thing. But actual Fandroid was like rotting in a corner like Golden Freddy, can I have the nitrous today? I really don't know why he began putting more effort into his gaming channel than his actual Fandroid stuff, especially since his actual Fandroid stuff is way more popular than fucking Bendy Run.
Important, enter an age. I am 99. I got 99 problems, but an age restriction is not one of them.
My best assumption is that the gaming channel, on top of the kinda reused Fandroid stuff, was just more profitable than making new Fandroid content. I've been kind of underselling it, but you gotta remember that Fandroid, as shitty as it was a huge project. Like, he had an Amino that was a big Roblox guy, he has a Fandroid wiki with fucking Fandroid lore, and motherfucker is on a generational pedophilia run. On his actual Fandroid account, sure, his songs got more views, but they required more effort, and he had a team backing him up, helping him with the music videos and art and shit. He probably just realized that the gaming channel was less expensive to manage and made him equal, if not more money, than the stuff he had to hire people to help him with. But also, on average, these videos would get like 30k to 70 views, so I really don't know what his problem is. Maybe he was just retarded. Easiest answer is usually the correct one. This wireback would keep on chugging along until 2020, where Fandroid would be put on an indefinite hiatus, with his last upload at the time being a let's play of some shitty Fandroid Fnaf fan game. You know, this guy really knows how to end everything off on a low note. In another life, this guy could have been like a divorce counselor or worked down at an abortion clinic. For a while, this would be the last we'd hear from him, with everyone just assuming he went dust one or hit himself, or got hit by a train, or got captured by ISIS, But just a couple years after, in 2024, Discord messages would circulate that showed private conversations between Fandroid and... I think you could take a wild guess as to what this is about. Yeah, Fandroid was a real big fan of children. The cord messages that circulated showed Griffin Lewis, age 26, getting all hot and bothered in the DMs of someone who, at the time of these specific messages, was 17, but they had initially met when she was 15, so...
I want you to be my GF now. Just lie about your age, ugh.
Eyes closed thing emoji. No, really, what the fuck is that? I've never seen it used before.
We'll figure it out. I really don't care that you're 17. That makes you harder. You're young!
On top of all the rizzing up minor stuff, Griffin also sent some never-before-seen selfies of himself to this girl, so let's just get on in. Let's all get closer and look at this Jewish beast. This man is truly one of God's chosen people. Look, he's even got Epstein physiognomy. This man was biologically engineered inside an Israeli lab for the sole purpose of grooming children. If you deployed this super soldier into Gaza, well, let's just say there'd be no such thing as Palestine anymore. Griffin would walk up to all the child terrorists and be like, "Hey kids, nice to eat ya. Are you ready for some fast bear pizza?" This would all be revealed on 6/7/2024, the same day that Griffin would officially announce Fandroid's ending. Which, not to get all speculative or anything, I'd never indulge any kind of conspiracy theory. Seems a bit strange, considering that Fandroid, for all intents and purposes, had already ended like 4 or 5 years ago. There was technically a 2023 reboot, but it was mostly live streams and like some new stuff, and he scrubbed most of them after the allegations came out. That's like going to a funeral and the priest declares the mummified rotting corpse deceased. The day after that, former member of the Boogaloo Boy, I mean Fandroid team, J. Kitty Meow, the voice of the Melody robot from the reboot I mentioned earlier, would make a Twitter thread in response to the allegations. She attests to the screenshots being real, and at least in my eyes and many others' opinion, pretty much kinda confirms the allegations. With the Griffin selfies never seen before online and whatnot, and also her and other Fandroid team members' own testimony of his behavior. The victim would download the message history and submit a police report before deleting all her messages so Griffin couldn't access her personal information, which I mean is the smart, responsible move, but you already kind of send him it regardless. And like any something worth his some coin clippings, Griffin would try to purge everything and allegedly attempt to scare the victim into silence with a cease and desist, a real Harvey Weinstein power move, only taught in the highest ranked Israeli schools. Griffin, when people find out he groomed a minor. This is seemingly a nervous tic Griffin has developed, so just know that everything I've said so far and everything I will say is alleged. For a while, people thought that this was the end of Fandroid, as Griffin would never make a proper response to any of the allegations. And that would be the case until December of 2025. Yeah, baby, Fandroid's back! Glory to Israel! On December 3rd of 2025, Griffin would create a community poll asking which music project fans preferred, griffinilla or Fandroid. Which is kind of redundant considering he's flowing on the fucking goddamn Fandroid channel. Which child groomer do I prefer? The day after he made this poll, he'd also vent to his legion of children on Zitter asking why people don't take him seriously. Yeah, dude, I wonder why people don't take you seriously. And on the 9th, he'd announced that he was looking for brand ambassadors for Fandroid. I know I'm like a year late, but is the position still open? Look, I know that this is unrelated, but Griffin, I will make content for the channel for free. At me on Zitter and email me, please! The day after that, Griffin would take to Reddit, his third favorite place to groom children, second to Amino and third to Discord. There he would schizo post and accuse multiple people of secretly being J Kitty. This dude is more scared of the Zootopia song girl than the fucking feds. Did she glow in the dark pink or something, or was she a scratch and sniff? He's J Kitty, he's J Kitty, or J Kitty, I'm J Kitty! Is there any other J kitties I should know about? He'd also have vague posts on Zitter about why he left and how mean the internet is or something.
Going forward, no more social media. I'm just gonna keep my head down, make content, and turn off all the noise. No more Zitter, Cord, whatever. In the end, I'll be vindicated. Thank you to the real ones for the continued support.
You're welcome, Griffin. Daddy BB loves you. On the 15th of December, the first release of the new Fandroid reboot would be a Let's Play of Super Meat Boy 3D demo. Is this really all this guy does now? Just fucking video games? He's the goddamn musical robot, not the fucking fan from. The following day, he would also take to Reddit to issue legal threats to Redditors talking about the grooming allegations. Hey, Griffin, take this video down or do anything to this video if you're a pedophile. The first song of this reboot would be Charlotte's Song, a song about the puppet from the Fnaf 2 movie, and, I honestly would have preferred if you just groomed another child instead. Yeah, there's a reason Griffin deleted the song. This song also technically isn't a Fandroid song. It doesn't have the vocoder. How could you, Griffinilla? You promised these children Fandroid, but all I saw there was Ruby McChild Groomer. After this, on January 3rd, Fandroid Game would stream Forsaken. If you don't know what that is, I made like a shitty video about it 2 years ago and a really funny parody song. But basically, it's just Dead by Daylight, but for children with leukemia. During the stream, while Fandroid was playing, he got banned, and it led to this really funny clip.
Can I, pay Robux and just be the killer over and over again? Ah! Oh. Alright. I'm changing the game.
You know, Griffin, you and I are more alike than you might realize. After this, it sort of just becomes your typical Fandroid shit happening. More gaming channel shit, YouTube short slop. There was a Fandroid doctrine about never making a Discord server. It completely stole O.J. Simpson's flow, beat for beat, bar for bar. On January 23rd, the following year, Fandroid announced a reboot inside of a reboot. The announcement stated that Griffin would no longer be a part of Fandroid, and that the music channel would be sold to another nerdcore band named Echoform Studios. Now, I'm not really going to go into depth with Echoform Studios, not just because it's not technically Fandroid, but because they literally deleted everything. From what I could gather, they really didn't get to do much, and all that survived of the Echoform Nagasaki was a below-the-surface cover and the last song Fandroid would ever make that they helped work on. It's widely believed that Griffin was still involved in this project since they were doing covers of Griffin's songs and helping work on official Fandroid stuff, and because, who in their right mind would want to buy this channel? The people behind Echoform claim that they just didn't know about the controversy and that they bought the channel because they thought it would be a good jumpstart for their project. But here's the thing. Why the fuck would you buy a channel without knowing anything about the previous owner? The most charitable explanation I can give is that they just didn't know anything about the channel when they purchased it, assuming that they just went on some reseller website that I can't name here. But even then, motherfucker, you covered his songs, you made a song with him, you were his top guy! Despite Griffin's supposed resigning, the Fandroid game channel would continue to make content, with the titular Fandroid being replaced by a Terry Vasquez. But, no, that's just you, buddy. Who do you think you're fooling here?
Try play a different game. I agree, we gotta play a different game. But
what is going on with Fandroid's ex-husband?
You guys know that this is called Unk Games.
Motherfucker put on a mustache and a pair of glasses and said, "I'm not Fandroid. I'm Droid Incognito." This was just a bold-faced lie. Like, I'm sure that Griffin was probably less involved in this reboot, but even just ignoring the fact that this is clearly the same guy, Griffin still owns the trademark. He still owns Fandroid. During a live stream, quote-unquote Terry Vasquez would accidentally show his iLock license manager program display, revealing that Griffin's MacBook was under the same account's local session. This and the fact that this Terry Vasquez guy is seemingly has no digital footprint outside of Fandroid leads me to believe it's just Griffin, or maybe as like headmates or something, I don't know. I wouldn't trust this fucker around Wells. He's lied before about being a robot. I don't know how to probably fit this into the timeline because Griffin seemingly really likes to just shut it down, just shut it all down, delete every community post. But 5 months ago, sometime in February, Griffin would sort of kind of maybe address the allegations. He really didn't, though. He kind of just long-windedly said that he's changed as a person, which I find really hard to believe. In the comments of the post, he still denied the allegations and was deleting comments. You know, I could make a comparison to Griffin's behavior to that of a certain ethnic group, but I won't because I'm a good person. I'm a changed man, if you will, like griffinilla. During this time, a bunch of stuff would be posted to really hype up the grand return of Fandroid. New artists, animators, voices, Dandy's World fat porn. Yes, among the heaping piles of brimstone YouTube shorts made during this reboot, Fandroid made a short roasting a fictional character named Squirm from Dandy's World. And the thumbnail looks like this.
Squirm is so massive that when he shakes his...
It's not even just the Goyim that are going insane anymore, it's the Jews now too, the oy vey. During this time, Fandroid really fancied himself a streamer, the iShow speed of nerdcore, if you will, showing children his penis and all.
I like 15-year-old girls!
Though sadly that would change, as on March 13th, the Fandroid game channel would be kicked out of the YouTube Partner Program for inauthentic content, which the Fandroid team would say that this was due to YouTube's recent crackdown on AI content. So, in short, Squirm Incredible Gassy just made a bunch of really questionable people really homeless. For some reason, the fandom wiki is very adamant about calling Fandroid out for AI use, which, like, okay, there's some genuine criticism to make about AI, but I think there's a bigger elephant in the room, and no, it's not Squirm's big inflated belly. In light of this, Fandroid announced that he was quitting. He would later return to Reddit on May 19th to complain that quote-unquote weirdo obsessive sleuths were claiming that Griffin still owned Fandroid. And I mean, yeah, I have no idea why people just make such wild accusations. Maybe it's because of the fact that you literally own the trademark. On June 4th, Fandroid would post their last official song, Digital Heartbeat, and then also released a Fandroid vocal-only version about 4 weeks ago. This is a song that, kind of like Fandroid, really has no meaning. The song is actually about griffinilla when he sees an unattended child. It's a pretty mediocre song, all things considered. It's fine. It's definitely better than Cover My Tracks in My Own Goo. This sort of marks the end of Fandroid as of now, and it seems unlikely that it'll ever come back. On the 8th, griffinilla on his personal YouTube account would make a post promoting his Discord server. Never change, Griffin. It never changed. Later on the 16th, he would make a post announcing that Fandroid game is for sale, before quickly editing that part out. And then on the 17th, Echo Form Studios would revert Fandroid back to before the takeover and make a new channel, and then never uploading to the new channel, effectively just deleting everything. God damn it, Griffin, you did it again! This is the last we've heard from Fandroid, and I hope for it to be the last. I'm not a mind reader or anything, but as I said before, I am the autism connoisseur. And I have a feeling that Griffin isn't the type of guy to back down, and I wouldn't put it past him to try and come back again. But for as much as Griffin has taketh, he has also giveth. Fandroid made a lot of people's childhoods. That fact is undeniable. And whilst I was never personally a fan, as a fan of Fnaf and as a fan of so much of this other nerdy internet stuff, I can see why so many other kids were. I also did not accidentally become a fan of the music during research and writing. That's what makes this whole thing so frustrating. People cared about Fandroid. A lot of people. There's so much fucking art and animations and shit about the fucking Fandroid and all the stupid lore characters it has. Fucking Fandroid Amino. The only person who seemingly didn't care about Fandroid was Griffin. As much as Griffin bitches and moans like a little faggot about how mean the internet is and how weird all these little internet sleuths are for documenting him, this is all a bed of his own making, and he's too stubborn to see it. Nothing is ever his own fault. The child grooming? He was just in the wrong headspace and needed a break from the internet. The failure of the 2025 reboot? People on the internet playing detective. But I think deep down, he knows why Fandroid failed, and he knows why it'll never be as successful as it once was. Griffin is as much Fandroid as Fandroid is Griffin. This was his accomplishment. This was his success. This was his future. And now, it's nothing. Just like Griffin Lewis. If my name were CG5, would you ask me how to thrive? Or if my name were Caleb Hiles, would you sing along for miles? I play, I sing, I simmer, I boom. I do so much more than child groom. Think of it. Thank you all so much for sticking through the video. I'm recording right now in like, what is it, like 103 degree. I should probably post on Zitter what my like setup looks like. I have like a crackhead like fucking audio setup over here. Massive thanks to Volvo Poppy for the 75 bucks. Holy shit, man. Big thanks to High Powered for the 25 big bones. Big thanks to our boy NotAFed5 for the 5, as well as all the other donos he sent my boy Base Tezuka when we were streaming. Special thanks to Frey Guy, the Desert Fox, and some dude with no creativity for your patronage. But I best be on my way, because now it is my sworn duty to revive Fandroid. Look, I already have a new song. Do you want to hear it?